Hello everybody, this is ANROW, and this is another one for Orlin'S Matrix. I just started watching this new show. It's called Selling Sunset on Netflix, and it's about this real estate, group where they pretty much sell different properties in LA to different people. And I gotta tell you, like, I'm on the first episode right now, and what I saw so far, like the women that they showed on that show, this is pretty much what the whole red pill Mgtow content that other channels make is for. It's to kind of be able to see this sort of like first is very entitled, very narcissistic behavior that these women portray. Also, a lot of them behave like little girls. Like, I don't know what their men give them for their birthdays, probably like Barbie dolls or some shit, because they act very like childish. And another thing is, like, right now they're giving one of the women, she's giving a tour to this guy, and he's obviously flirting with her because he's like a rich guy, you know. Surprise, surprise, shocking. And I just want to play a little bit of the clip right here where he's pretty much like really going for it. All right, play a little bit.
And then here, I want to show you something.
What a nice view, and this is comfy. Come on, just jump.
I'm not joining you.
Look at this, it's just meant to be.
It's flattering to get the attention, but at the same time, yeah, it's not the most professional, ideal situation. You know, I have to kind of play the game and like laugh and, you know, ha ha ha, hee, hee. And here you go. Look at this.
I'm home.
It's beautiful, huh?
I like it all. This house in general is exactly what I was looking for.
This will never go down in value.
It is beautiful. I would love to talk more about this property.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, let's do maybe lunch and some drinks.
Can we skip on the drinks?
One drink, and then, you know, maybe I'll put an offer, and maybe we'll see what we're taking it from there.
Like, do you want to go on a date? Do you want to buy something? Do you want me to make you dinner? Do you want me to be in the pool? Do you want to see more houses? Do you want to go to a happy hour? Like, he's all over the place, and I'm just sitting there trying to, you know, make it back onto selling him something. Sounds good.
Okay, תודה רבה.
בבקשה, אין על מה.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Alright, ladies first.
Alright, I think that was pretty much enough for you to see. First, I want to say that this is pretty much the reason why we put these women in this show, because they know that, like, attractive women sell properties much easier. And I guarantee you, this woman, doesn't matter what type of husband she has or boyfriend or whatever, as soon as she sees the guy that she really wants, like if it's a really like successful, famous guy selling her these houses, I guarantee you she's probably gonna nail him right there in that house that she's selling. I guarantee you. So I just wanted to play this video just to kind of like show you the type of thing that guys have to deal with, and the reason why men are going their own ways, because we understand how like the dynamics in relationships are today. So we're not doing that anymore. It's like you have to be like, of course this guy is much better guy than any other man that's gonna approach this woman. Of course, he's rich. I think he has a nightclub. That's what they said. But I just think it's crazy to me, and I'm gonna actually go further with the video. All right, in this next piece, we got a blonde bitch here bringing her boyfriend, who I guess is a French chef, who she met, I guess, when he moved to LA, and she was showing him around. And this is an interesting thing she said, and I'm just gonna play it for you right now as well.
And my jaw like hit the floor.
It's definitely in the cards that Romain and I purchase a property together in the near future.
This is the master bedroom.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's really cool. I definitely think the guys that I've dated in the past were intimidated by me, by my situation. They weren't man enough for me. He's different than every other guy I've ever been with. So
Ding, 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 ding. Right there. Everything you need to know right there. He's different than all the guys I've been with. Translation, she's been passed around by a lot of dudes. And I guarantee you the majority of those dudes were probably like guys who had, you know, like businesses, athletes, rappers, or in that circle, you know, like the entertainment circle. Because I mean, that's pretty much the type of people that they would bring around these houses anyways. And when she says like, oh, you know, he's you know, the other guys were intimidated. Guys are not intimidated by a woman's success, first of all. That's not the case. We just don't like male behavior in women. That's it. When you have a woman who probably sleeps around with a lot of dudes, we're just gonna go the other way. We are not attracted by that. Men and women, I hate so much. Like at this point, I feel like if you're a feminist in 2020, you're pretty much hating women. I really have no other way to say this. It just seems ridiculous to me because, for instance, when people say, "Oh, it's a double standard that if a man sleeps around, he's a stud and he's a great dude and he's like, oh, everybody wants him," but when a woman does, she's considered a hoe. And I'll tell you, yeah, that's completely true. But nobody brings the other double standard, which is that when you have a woman who's a virgin, people are like, "Oh, it's so great, she's saving herself, she's strong, she's whatever." But if a guy is a virgin, he's a loser. He's a guy who can't get any bitches. So why is nobody bringing that double standard? And here is the problem. Men and women are attracted to different things. You can't put the same thing. If you see a man who has a cool car, a cool house, who has a good sort of clothes on him and stuff like that, that of course gives you the impression that that's a high value male. That's a high value man who can give a lot to a woman. So of course a lot of women are gonna want him. But when you see a woman, taking pictures on yachts in big like Beverly Hills, whatever mansions, you say she's probably getting her back blown out by a bunch of Chats and Tyrones. A bunch of guys, either it's her boyfriend, her husband, some dude that she's messing around, or her father. That's pretty much all the things that she does or she has. If it's a really like high level type of lifestyle that she's portraying, pretty much didn't come from her, because there's a very small percentage of women who earned a lot of money and can provide for themselves so much that they'll be able to have that lifestyle. So I just wanted to bring this sort of like a short video here because I thought it was very peculiar. Like, it was very interesting how the way she presented that in those few sentences that she said. So I'm gonna keep going and then I'm gonna get back to you again. Wow, unfucking believable, man. So we're back to the first chick that I showed you, the one that was showing the Bachelor guy, the club owner, and they're, I guess, meeting again. And I just saw this like short clip from the show, and I want to play it for you guys, and then I'm gonna discuss it.
Amazing. How's everything?
God, just been busy, between work, flying back and forth, and just
You
hectic.
fly to Miami all the time.
Yeah, I was there last week for like 2 days, came back to LA. I've been married 1 year. My husband lives in Miami. We used to live in Los Angeles. Well, he used to live in Los Angeles. Then he got a job, so he relocated. I'm just flying back and forth. It's been very challenging. How's it going with you?
Good. We have a big event coming up this afternoon.
Oh, for what?
We have a big party.
There is always a party, huh?
Always a party. Life is a party.
Work hard, play hard.
Exactly. We should have a drink. Let's get him one drink. We might celebrate soon.
I think I'm just gonna get water.
Look, this house is literally my priority.
Okay.
Of course, as a first-time home buyer, I really want to make sure that I cover, all my concerns.
Like what?
Price.
Do you have some cocktails that we want to have?
I guess I'm having one.
All right, I'm gonna cut it up right here so I don't get a strike or some shit. All right, so the first part is, so she says that she has a husband who, I guess, relocated, so she's in a long distance relationship. First of all, if you're in the long distance relationship, just from now on, I'm telling you, like, you're in a polyamorous relationship, whether you know it or not. I'm gonna say it again. If you're in a long distance relationship, you're in a polyamorous relationship in 2020, whether you know it or not. And I think that's the fucking problem, because when you live apart, you never know what the other person is doing. So it's up to people to pretty much believe in each other, have the trust. But how are you supposed to have trust with people that you probably never met? Or like, it's so weird because if you think about it, if you live in a long distance relationship, you're pretty much not together at all. You probably see yourself every weekend or every other day, or you're not really spending much time together. So it's not really difficult to have a long distance relationship. I can have a long distance relationship with a bitch from somewhere, and then I just meet her every now and then. I mean, even if I'm married, it's not, I don't even know how people do this. Or maybe they're in open relationships. I really don't know. Maybe they just don't want to admit it. But I'm going to go a little bit more because there was something interesting later on in this video that I wanted to show you.
I want to do a mimosa. Mimosa? Yeah, thank you so much.
I'll have one too.
Easy.
Yeah. Thank you.
So like back to your concern, like what do you...
Just the right price, the right location, the
Right.
right agency. It's the first house I'm going to buy. It's a big
Right.
decision.
Right, no, I totally get it.
So-
Thank you so much. Thanks.
Thank you. Well, cheers.
L'chaim.
L'chaim.
Cheers.
I really like what you show.
Yeah.
I like you as a person. I like you as a woman. I like the houses you show me. It's just a matter of just,
Yeah.
let's hang out a little bit more, see where we're going with
Oh yeah, but
this.
you know that I'm married, right?
Yeah, no problem. He's in Miami, you in LA a lot, I'm in LA. You can just, when you're in LA, hang out and then we'll see more houses. That's all I'm saying. I like everything about what you tell me and the houses that you show me. I've been looking for 2 more houses with another 2 realtors.
What do you mean? You're working with other agents?
I went with a realtor. She's less prettier than you.
So you choose the realtor based on the way they look, or
No,
you
no,
just,
no, no, no. I just had to see what
I've been showing you good stuff.
right.
It's kind of like I didn't know you're working with other agents. It's a nice specific niche to work with, those bachelor guys who wants to buy something up in the hills. At the same time, you have to be careful, are they really going to buy something? Just be honest with me. Like, you
Yeah.
think you really want to buy a house at some point?
I'm interested.
In me or in buying a house?
Buying a house and we can hang out. I'm sure you're lonely in LA.
I mean, Tal, I don't bullshit around. Just kind of like will be disappointed. Seriously? You've wasted my time.
All right. I don't know if you can tell, but I was smiling the whole time for the second part of this video. It was just so like, oh man, this guy's playing the game. I mean, you can't really blame him. Like, everyone in his position probably would, but he's pretty much saying like, I'm gonna buy whoever whoever place that the bitch that sleeps with me. You know what I'm trying to say. Like, basically, he's gonna buy the property that, depending on whether a woman's gonna sleep with him or whoever the prettiest realtor is. And I thought that was fucking hilarious. And I want to say something. Like, I know she's gonna say, oh, I'm married, I'm all that stuff, but I guarantee you that's because it's on a fucking Netflix show. Like, if the cameras were not around, you didn't know who she was, I guarantee you, there's so many good looking guys or women, like, depending on what you're into, in those places, and they're all rich and successful, and some of them are famous. You can never, and I mean you can never persuade me to think that a woman is never gonna sleep with a guy who's successful and who wants to buy a cool house like that. Never. So that's all I wanted to say with this one, and I'm gonna go forward to see if there's anything more. But it's very interesting, man. Like, it's so interesting to see. And you know how whenever he was like, oh, let's get drinks, and she smiled. Like, you can tell that she was like interested, but of course she's not gonna say it on an actual show, yeah, that's it for this one. All right, we're back at it again, and all right, so they're having this dinner, and by the way, I just have to say, this is some sort of an excuse for Beverly Housewives or Housewives of whatever kind of type of show, because these bitches look hideous. And so one of the women is like, hey, by the way, we actually met somewhere before, and she pretty much didn't know, like, and there was just one line that I wanted you to pay attention to.
That's a great spot. Hopefully I sold it that I remembered, but I didn't. I know she wouldn't have remembered me. I've had plenty of blackout nights myself.
Ding, 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 ding. I've had plenty of blackout nights myself, meaning I like to get drunk to the point where I fucking lose idea of where I am and what I'm doing, and that's pretty much a big red flag. So for all the guys watching, that's the type of women that you dodge with your life. That's the type of women you don't touch with a 10-foot pole. I mean it. Like, first of all, and I think everybody, like Donovan Sharp, I think, talks about that girls that go to clubs, no, just get them out of there. No, not for long-term relationship material. They're not for that. So if a woman's getting, like, has a lot of, quote unquote, has a lot of blackout moments myself, yeah, she's not, yeah, I don't even know what to tell you, man. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, come on. Is this what really come to? Like, this is the type of women that you get to choose from? All right, baby, first episode, we did it. It was hard. It wasn't easy. But yeah, I think this is I think this type of shows, I used to make fun a lot of, like, reality shows and that type of formats, but I actually now have gotten to really appreciate them because they pretty much exhibit the type of behavior that you should run away from. So I think it's very good to see this type of behavior that these women are portraying and the way that these women think, because it pretty much drives you closer to the red pill. It drives you closer to the Mgtow, or whatever it is that you want. I mean, red pill is pretty much the philosophy. What you do with the red pill, it's pretty much up to you. But I think it's interesting. I saw a comment somewhere on a video that, you know, no matter what I do as a man, or no matter what a man does to help other men to see the red pill or see the truth about women, it's never gonna work. So the only way that women are actually kind of giving you the red pill without them actually wanting to do it. So involuntarily, they're pretty much giving you the red pill because they're showing you this type of toxic femininity that they're exhibiting. So I think it's very interesting to see this type of shows. And this is for the first episode. So let me know what you think below. Let me know. All right, that's it for me. Sensei out. Peace.